Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. This is a bonus reading, and we are going to look at what you don't see coming. You have this Endless Possibilities card and this Close Encounters card. A lot of people have been getting these, these Endless Possibilities cards. I would really say that it's like probably Neptune in Pisces. Neptune in Pisces is very much like the big impossible dream that you have or, something great that you want to accomplish. And, it is endless possibilities in a lot of ways, so I do feel that we all there are probably more options than we realize. And, that's definitely popping up for me here in this reading for you here, Taurus. You start with the Moon card for how you are entering into the reading, and the Moon card can just be about not being sure about the future. I'm pretty sure that I've said this to you before, that some of you could be unclear or uncertain about your future. I think the very last reading that I did for you was all about that. And so this isn't necessarily a bad thing, It just says you just don't know what's coming, or where you're going or what you're doing with your life. And like I said, this really isn't necessarily a bad thing. It, can just say that you're opening to the possibilities, or you are looking at all the possibilities that exist. And, again, I feel there could be a little uncertainty. Even your crossing energy, which can be the energy of what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross, you have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card crossing can say that you are not clear on your purpose, or you're not clear on the direction of your life. Now, you have the Tower in this reading as well. I consider the Judgment card and the Tower coming up in a reading to be very powerful. To me, it's the most powerful combination in the tarot. To me, the two cards together can represent a major revelation, or, a big light bulb moment or a big aha moment. And I definitely feel that's what this could be talking about. I feel like it's good news, actually, that the Tower is coming up because, the Tower can be a shock to the system, but it can also bring the light. The lightning bolt is striking the top of the Tower, which is like the lightning, the light bulb moment going off in your head. So I would pay attention because, and this is again, I don't feel this is necessarily a bad thing either. I feel that there's something that you have to pay attention to, like an aha moment or a, a sudden revelation in your life. And that's what I feel is going on here, is there could be some sort of sudden revelation or sudden insight that you are getting. You have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can represent a turnaround and or a change in direction, and that's what's popping into my head. That's not really what the Six of Cups represents, but I read intuitively. This is coming up in the area of what's on your mind, or the area of your thoughts. And the Six of Cups in the area of your thoughts could represent nostalgia, like thinking about the past. And I'm not talking about a person there. I feel for you, Taurus, there could be a lot of thoughts about just everything from your past, right? And I feel a lot of people are doing this right now, where it's like we're thinking about the way things used to be in life and, wishing that things were easier or different. And I feel the Six of Cups is saying that you need to be more future-focused, or really I would just say what's right in front of you right now focused, present. So I would definitely say that's something to think about. I do feel that there's some sort of turnaround. Like I said, I have a couple cards in the tarot that I call clue cards, and sometimes I feel with the Six of Cups, it is a gift from the universe. And sometimes I feel the gift we receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround, basically things improving or changing or turning around in our life. And I feel that off of the Six of Cups. So, that looks pretty good. Next in your foundation, you have the Seven of Wands. I feel good and bad about the Seven of Wands in your reading. It's like I feel good about it because I feel it's like you're trying to defend what you have. It's like you are trying to maintain the status quo. But that's also why I feel bad about it. Sometimes I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if you have gotten your life to a certain point to try to maintain that level of success, right? But also, I feel if we try to protect our position too much that we end up limiting ourselves. We are not, if we try to protect our position and we're not taking risks to grow or to expand, then we're not going to. And all we're doing is we're staying stuck, right? And so I feel both on this. It's not necessarily a bad thing that you're protecting your position. This could be financially or just your life as it is right now. But I would encourage you to start looking outside of your comfort zone, taking small risks. Again, you don't have to do anything that's, crazy. You don't have to do anything that's going to really mess up your life. But I would definitely encourage you to do little things to push yourself outside your comfort zone with this Seven of Wands. And, the Two of Swords to the Tower really kind of pushes that message. We could say the Two of Swords, again, she is not looking at all the possibilities. She is not seeing that island that's behind her on the card, and you have that endless possibilities card. And sometimes, by the way, I feel with the Tower that, again, this hasn't happened yet. So everybody always worries about the Tower, but I'm like, well, it's coming up in the area of your future feelings. This is only energy that exists. You can work with this energy, and if you're worried about having a Tower, you can avoid it. And, the whole point of the Tower is that those people have been stuck in a comfort zone. They are ignoring reality because they don't want to be uncomfortable with the reality of their situation. But you can avoid a Tower moment with tarot as well. You can start paying attention, and you can open up to possibilities, and you can avoid it, although I really don't think it's a bad thing. I think this is a light bulb moment, like I said. Next, in the past, you have this Enchanted Illusion card. It says, see through the veil of illusion and have the courage to see things as they really are. Are you kidding? I literally just said that, so there you go. You have this courage card. It says, boost your confidence. Boost your courage so you can put yourself out there in a bigger way. Yes, I would say that these two cards are really what your reading is about. They're about kind of seeing things as they are, accepting things as they are, and having the courage to, put yourself out there in a bigger way in all areas of your life. You have the Four of Cups also in the past. Again, this is the energy of what you're moving past. I feel really good about having the Four of Cups in your past. The Four of Cups, he has been disappointed with what he has received so far. But moving past this energy would kind of say that you are starting to actually get the things that you desire in life. So I really don't feel bad about this. I feel pretty good about it in general. In the area of your very near future, you have this forgiveness card and this release card. I kind of feel like you need to forgive yourself for the things that you didn't do, especially having the Six of Cups in the area of your thoughts. That Six of Cups is nostalgia, but I definitely feel for fixed signs right now. You being one of them, that fixed signs could be having those thoughts of, I wish I knew then what I know now, right? Like, that type of energy is what I'm getting. Six of Cups isn't a bad card, but, I just feel like you could be thinking like, oh, I wish I knew this years ago. Or, I should have seen that earlier, or whatever. And I feel this is saying like, you need to release and forgive yourself for not seeing it because, that's the point of life. We have to learn. We don't know everything. And so, that's what I would do here, heal. You have the Two of Swords also in the area of your very near future. Two of Swords says, see it now. So, Two of Swords, she is thinking this or that, but she really has a new option behind her, this island behind her, and so she needs to look at all the options. You start with that Endless Possibilities card, and the Two of Swords is saying that you need to open up to all possibilities, all options, all the ways of doing things, and that will lead to the most success. So that's what I would do with the Two of Swords, is open up to all the different ways of doing things in life, and I feel that will lead to the most success. You have the World. Sorry, actually, you do have the World, but we'll come back to it because in your outcome row you have this Boss card. It says, gone are the days of answering to anyone else. Your destiny is in your own hands. Damn, that's a powerful message there, Taurus. You have this Fortune card that says, when fortune appears in your life, limitations disappear. As you sit back and watch your dreams manifest before your eyes, you are filled with a profound sense of gratitude and wonder. So, there could be definitely good fortunes coming in for you here, or more successes coming in for you as well. So that looks pretty good. Over the next few months, you have the World card. You show up on the World card right here. All the fixed signs show up on the World card. The World card can represent, an achievement, success, kind of closure, or ending a cycle, bringing something to an end. So I do feel that there is going to be some sort of ending over the next few months. But the World would say it's an accomplishment or it's an achievement, so it looks like a good thing. The other thing I would say is that the World and the Tower can just represent a move. So some of you might be moving, or you could be planning on moving, soon. And the World would represent a positive move. The other thing I would work on with the World is that the World is about creating your own world that is worth living in. So I would start like curating a world that you want to live in. This could be through experiences, through having experiences, through creating experiences. It could be material goods, it could be, cleaning up your environment, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But I would start, kind of creating that life worth living, basically, with that card. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing, but, I always say I think the Seven of Swords gets a bad rap. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what, and the Seven of Swords is sneaking away with those swords to avoid war, which is not really a bad thing. I feel that, really sometimes with the Seven of Swords, I feel that it's saying you need to be careful who you tell what to, and that is more of the energy that I'm getting for you off of the Seven of Swords here, Taurus. I feel you need to, kind of like be careful who you say what to, or, if you have any really good plans or goals, I would keep those things to yourself just for right now. Again, you don't have to keep it to yourself forever. But just for the time being, I would keep things to yourself. I would be having more fun. He has these polka dots on his cloak, and polka dots in the tarot represent taking things too seriously, not having enough fun. So the polka dots can say that you need to go out, do more things that you enjoy yourself more, have more fun, and, that's definitely what I would do with the Seven of Swords. Next, of course, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Tower. It's like I feel that there could be some reality that you're entering into, but it's almost like it's not a surprise. It's like these people are in the tower, they can look out those windows and they can, the story of the tower is that they built those walls up around them too high, and they've been ignoring reality. But it's like they can look out their window and they can see the reality, and so it's like, why is it such a surprise? And I'm not calling you out here, Taurus, but I feel like saying, why is it such a surprise? It's like maybe there's some sort of reality that you just haven't been accepting. And again, that doesn't have to be a bad thing, it could be anything, right? But the Tower is about accepting reality for what it is. Now, again, to me, the Judgment card changes the meaning of the Tower because, again, the Judgment card and the Tower are the most powerful combination in the tarot for sure. And I feel that, there definitely could be a big aha moment or a big light bulb moment coming in for you. You have the Five of Swords as your outcome. Five of Swords is like walking away the winner, and so I feel a lot of you, there could be some winning. I actually feel pretty good about the Five of Swords. The other interesting thing is a lot of people have been getting the Five of Swords recently, and so the Five of Swords can represent conflict, but, really it's a card of winning at all cost, which we don't normally look at as a good thing. Normally, we look at winning at all cost as kind of like a bad thing, but I feel like there is some sort of win coming in for you, and we are going to look into it right now. We are going to clarify, and let's see what comes up. With the Judgment card and the Moon, you have the Two of Swords. I would really like quiet the noise as well. With the Seven of Swords, Two of Swords twice, she has that blindfold on, and the blindfold in the tarot can represent needing to trust your intuition. And so I feel for a lot of you, it might be a good time to like really tap into your intuition so that you can see all the possibilities that exist in your life, or so that you can see what you could truly accomplish. And I would be just, paying attention to that. With the Six of Cups, you have the Fool. Yeah, it's like everything is in front of you. I think I said something like that. I don't remember exactly what I said on that Six of Cups, but everything is in front of you. I said something along those lines. And the Fool, he is taking a leap of faith. Now he has these tattered sleeves on his cloak here. In the major arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, and we start all over again as a Fool. The tattered sleeves basically say he has been on this journey before, so it's almost like you're about to do something that you have done before, or you're about to start a similar journey. And, really, his tattered sleeves should give him confidence because he's done it before, right? It's going to be easier the second time. And, that's what I would say here, with the Fool card, for sure. I was going to say something else, but I don't remember. I lost it. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands, so you already have some repeating cards here. I really like readings with repeating cards because repeating cards basically say that you're on the right path. I look at it as confirmation. It's like the universe is saying, I meant what I said here in the reading. And the Seven of Wands is again about putting up appropriate boundaries. Now, we do have two sevens in the reading. To me, two sevens represents internal fears that don't exist. So, again, there could be some fears or worries or concerns you have about the future, but, again, I would let those things go. With the Four of Cups, you have the Empress, which is pretty good. This Courage card, you had this Courage card in the past. The Empress, she kind of does have courage in a certain way because she is very confident. She knows her value, she knows her worth in life, and, this could be something that you should be bringing forward with you. The Empress is Taurus, so, Again, whenever you show up as yourself, it kind of puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. With the Two of Swords, you have the Eight of Cups. You're definitely walking away from something here, and so, but again, this is probably a good thing. This is a big change. Judgment, Eight of Cups, the Tower here as well. I feel like there is a big change. Again, we are in a time of big change, so let me just stress that everybody gets these cards of change coming up in their readings. Just because Pluto went into Aquarius, that is a significant change. Pluto is generational. It's even more powerful because Pluto has this close to Earth as possible when it's in Capricorn. So we just experienced like 20 years of Pluto being very close to Earth, and by very close I still mean very far away. But Pluto has a highly elliptical orbit, comes very close to Earth and then it shoots way out and, does that. But it takes 240 whatever years for it to make a full orbit. So again, most people are dead. We will all be dead by the time Pluto comes back to this place in the sky, right? So it's very significant change, especially because it's so close. It doesn't matter as much when it's like way the hell out there, right? And so, going into Aquarius, it's a significant change because it's going away from Earth where we're leaving that energy. And so, but what I'm trying to spit out here is I feel like your change or a change that you are going through is much more significant than what I've been getting for other people. So, again, I think there is a bigger change coming in for you. With the World, you have the Moon card. It's like, correct, I feel that you need spiritual glasses, right? You need to go to the spiritual optometrist. I feel like you need to correct your vision. And again, I'm not calling you out here at all. Just intuitively, I get this message of like your perspective, how you are seeing the world, is something that you could work on. And again, not calling you out, not being a hater or anything like that here, Taurus. Like, this is a good thing. I think that this is, intuitively, I get a very weird message here. It's like saying that you need to start like thinking more positively, and I feel like you need to start seeing the positive more. Or like seeing things from the perspective of love. It's almost like you are looking at things as they are, but we have all these cards of illusion here. I can't remember where the other one was. Maybe it was this, enchanted illusion, right? And so I feel it's saying there's something here about you correcting your vision. I don't know, I hope that helps, but that's what I'm getting. You have the Moon twice again. With the Seven of Swords, you show up as the King of Pentacles. So again, like I said, I would keep things to yourself. That does not mean that you should not be socializing. Seven of Swords, he has those polka dots. He needs to have more fun. He is taking things too seriously. So it's kind of like, this could also be saying that you're like the center of attention. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships, which is all relationships. So whenever you show up as yourself, it says that you are kind of in control of your social life, and I would take control there. With the Tower, you have the Emperor. I feel like the universe is trying to get you to take the lead. As usual, I can't remember the last time that I've done a reading for Taurus that wasn't all about Taurus, right? And it's like all your readings, it's all about you. No one else gets these readings where it's like very clearly just specifically about this person I'm reading for, right? And so I feel like the Emperor is about you taking control. The Tower, it's like sometimes Tower moments force us to take control, or, this could say that you are the one that is in control of a light bulb moment or an aha moment that you are having now. Now, the Emperor says you need to be ready for an opportunity. He has armor on underneath his cloak here, but he's sitting down on his throne, so he isn't like taking action right now. But when an opportunity presents itself, he's going to jump on it. So I feel it's very important, with the Judgment card, Tower, and the Emperor, that if you have a light bulb moment, that you jump on it very quickly. With the Five of Swords, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Everything you want and desire. Ten of Pentacles is the tree of life, literally building, leaving a legacy. It really wouldn't be a Taurus reading without the Ten of Pentacles, right? So a lot of you, I feel, are kind of like creating more success, or you're building more success here with the Ten of Pentacles, and it's probably going to be, this is like a risk that's worth taking with that Five of Swords. So I would be taking risks and, doing the things you need to do to become successful. But let's see here. You have this Valley card. It says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Like I said, people always ask me, they're like, how could you say this is a positive reading with the Tower? I'm like, well, first off, one card does not make the reading. But second, it's energy, so you make it good or bad, And I would say that, maintaining your peace is going to be the thing that creates a positive outcome. You have this younger woman. It says dealings or relationships, a younger woman. You have this feather. It says someone you know is undependable and insincere. I'm laughing because everybody, again, I shuffle the oracle cards in between doing the readings. I just don't do it on camera because it would take me like 40 freaking minutes at the beginning of every single reading, right? And a couple of people have had very similar stuff to this, and a couple people have had this card, not this one, but have had the feather card. Mars retrograde, I tell people we have to have our antenna up. If someone seems undependable, they are, so just trust it, right? You have this pale card. Says time to get out of a situation. Tower, if something is telling you to leave a situation, I definitely feel that it is time for you to get out of something. You have this kite card, it says vacation. I do feel Tauruses need a vacation or a break, so I would definitely take a break if you can. You have this frying pan, it says trouble and accusations, which could be the Tower as well, like I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right? So, there could be some trouble or accusations being thrown at you. Seven of Swords, King of Pentacles, this could be people accusing you of things or saying things to you. And, really Mars retrograde, during Mars retrograde we just have to ignore it. There is no good answer during Mars retrograde. If we try to defend ourselves, we look guilty during Mars retrograde. So I would say if people are accusing you of something or someone is, I would just ignore it and it will go away after the retrograde. But, pretty interesting stuff. Again, I would pay attention to all the possibilities and don't just let the possibilities be possibilities, is what this is saying. We can start building with the 10 of Pentacles. We don't just get the 10 of Pentacles, we have to put the work in to get those pentacles to fall into place, right? The pentacles are raining on those people on the card, but, again, I always say that 10 of Pentacles requires work. So if you're having these dreams or these aha moments, take action. That's what the reading is saying. And by the way, you have the Emperor and the Empress. I just realized that. So this could be a divine counterpart coming in for you as well, and it could just be a surprise with the Tower. But pretty interesting stuff here, Taurus. Thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your time.